Well, it's good to have Louisa with us for our 5-minute interview. You well, Louisa?
Yes, I'm good.
Right, good. And Louisa, how long have you been with us at City Church?
Oh, that's a hard one. I don't know. Ever since I was tiny.
Yeah. Okay, so many years, many years.
Yeah, many years.
And just fill me in where you're up to at the moment with well, studies. What's next? When do you start?
I start in September. I'm off to Leicester. Booked my accommodation and everything, so I'll be starting my law degree. Yeah,
Brilliant. And law, is that 4 years?
4 years. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I bet, yeah, because you postponed it a year, didn't you? Because obviously
Yeah.
for understandable reasons, and I bet you're glad you've done that because it would have been a
Oh
bit
yeah.
miserable first year. So you've done well there.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good decision.
Brilliant. Right. Well, for those of you who've not seen this before, we've got 5 minutes for 5 questions. We start off with two light-hearted ones, and then we'll get into three more that are a little bit more meaty. So we're gonna hit go and start. So, Louisa, first question: what celebrity would you most like to meet for a coffee at Starbucks?
Um. Oh, that's a hard one. Because mostly my favorite celebrities are singers. Um. It'd have to be like either Shawn Mendes or this other person called Kim Tae-hyung. Yeah,
Okay, so a singer.
yeah,
Fantastic.
singers.
Number two: if you walked around and had a warning label on you, what would it say?
um, loud,
Loud.
just loud.
Yeah. I think mine would be a bit similar. Sometimes a bit loud, prone to opinions would be mine. So
Yeah.
yeah, loud. Very good. Okay, so we've got our three questions that are carry a bit more weight. So the third one we've got is, what do you think is the biggest struggle that Christians in your generation face today?
Um, I'd say we've faced quite a lot. Like I think, because of where we are now, where we're growing up, we've got the media, we've got school, our friends, like different, there's always different opinions that are thrown at us whilst we're growing up. And it takes a lot to try to figure out our own ones. Um, I don't know, it's always challenging. And there's just things thrown at us, like when we're growing up, like me being 18, I'm going to be facing, and going off to university, I'll be facing a lot of different things that I'll need to question,
Hmm.
about like alcohol, drugs, all of that kind of stuff. But it's just the fact that I've got to keep in mind with like my walk with God,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's completely important not to kind of conform to what
yeah,
my new friends are doing or
yeah,
what I've got to do to make new friends,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So
For you for your generation now, there's a lot less absolute truths. In fact, truth is almost something that doesn't exist anymore. It's a case
mm,
of you decide whether it's right.
yeah, yeah,
Fine.
absolutely.
Number four. What is the most significant lesson that God has taught you over lockdown this last 12 months?
Obviously, this year has been insane. Um, and knowing I've had to make a few decisions with probably the least amount of information possible, um, it's probably taught me to kind of, oh, how do I say this? Kind of give it all up to God.
Yeah,
Kind of like, okay, God, I don't know. You know the absolute truth of what's going to happen. Um, so it's just like kind of giving him the wheel, kind of thing, letting him do him. Yeah.
brilliant, brilliant. Well, that brings us to our last question, number five. What is your favorite Bible verse and why is it so significant to you?
Mm. Um, it's been my favorite Bible verse for a long time. Um, it's Jeremiah 29, verse 11. I actually first saw it. I didn't even first see it whilst I was reading the Bible. Um, I was sitting in church, and Dick and Nancy are always on those two front rows of the seats. And Dick's Bible is always kind of on the side of his chair, and that passage was
Mm,
on the Bible,
right.
was on the front of his Bible. I was like, wow, that's great. Um, but it's that one that's like, I have plans to prosper you, not to fail you. Yeah, I really love that one.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Great. Well, we're going to be sad to see you go, and
Mm.
hopefully 4 years in Leicester will be amazing, but not good enough to keep you there. We're hoping we're going to have you back,
Obviously.
but who knows? And yeah, I just want to say a big thank you for, well, yeah, you said you've been at church for many years since you were a little tot, and you've been on our worship team for many years, which has always been such a blessing, and also served in the children's team. And I'm sure there's many other things you've been doing as well. So you've been a real blessing to us at City Church. We'll be sad to see you go, but at the same time, really happy to see you as the years go on, mature and grow in God, and see what He's got for you. So
Thank
thanks so much
you.
for joining us.
No problems. My pleasure.
We'll see you later.
See ya.